Nazi hikers were questioned by the Swiss police. Doctors played musical bingo during a surgery, and a law firm fires a summer intern for biting the coworkers. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, your only source for daily weird news in the podcast form. It's a podcast format. Yes, it is. Nazi hikers were questioned by the police while they were hiking in the Swiss Alps. Are we sure these weren't time travelers of some sort? What year is this? It isn't 1946. What year is this? This is a strange one here. Hikers dressed as Nazis. Let's find out what the purpose was. Were they doing some sort of historical reenactment of Nazi soldiers that were lost during that war? The hills are alive with the sound of Nazis. Okay, jumping into the details. Can't wait. It says about 25 men of different nationalities wearing symbols of the Third Reich, including uniforms, were stopped while hiking in the Bernese Oberland region of Switzerland, according to the report. From head to toe, from their peaked caps to their hobnailed boots, the men wore Wehrmacht, Hitler's army uniforms. Wehrmacht. Wehrmacht? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I mean, the accent is right. The authorities claim that there were swastikas, multiple swastikas, and other Nazi-era insignia on their uniforms. The group hiked through the Wildhorn Massif. All right, it just sounds like a Nazi hiking meetup group. I don't see anything wrong with this. I don't mean to put a damper on your Nazi hiking meetup group, but you guys is making me real uncomfortable with them boots. Now it says some other hikers encountered these Nazi hikers and alerted the police, who intercepted the group very close to their camping site. Oh, they were camping. It's a little Nazi camping outing. Maybe this is some sort of DIY foraging session meetup for Nazis. Or they're just out there searching for that lost Nazi gold that everybody's talked about. You guys heard of the lost Nazi gold? Apparently there's a pile of gold that the Nazis left somewhere. Everybody's been searching for it. Or I mean, it just could be some Nazi hikers. I don't know why you would hike in that sort of getup. Those boots don't seem comfortable for hiking. Would you high-stepping it through the forest? You're going to scare the squirrels in that outfit as well, not to mention other human beings that you might encounter on the trail. I mean, imagine running into this crew. Like, hi, guys. Nice day out, huh? Yes, hello. Beautiful day, huh, for the hike? The trail is so challenging, huh? It's beautiful view, though. The mountains are calling. I must go. Perhaps you'd like to try some of our Nazi trail mix? Yes, it's homemade. Well, enjoy the day. Leave no trace. Aha. Now, the article asks, what happened next? Well, the police instructed the Nazis to remove their jackets and any gear that was bearing Nazi symbols. The police say, quote, we wanted to prevent any confrontations with third parties, other hikers, etc., other campers. This was, however, the full extent of the Nazi hiking camper punishment. That is because merely wearing Nazi symbols is not currently prohibited in Switzerland, contrary to many other European countries. In fact, based on the principle of freedom of expression, it is still legal to display Nazi symbols in the country of Switzerland, though there are moves underway that could finally change the law and bring the country into line with its European neighbors at some point. So it sounds like what they're doing is not illegal, but it would be illegal if they did this in other European countries. They would be asked to please remove all Nazi clothing, take a little trip to REI, get some normal camping gear. I mean, at the very least, the police force should put some names on a list after this encounter, right? These gentlemen should be on a list. And yeah, keep an eye on these guys when they get back to humanity. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a little concerned of what these jabronis are doing when they're not hiking out in nature. You know, when they're not acting like the third hike. What are they doing? What are these jabronis up to? It probably involves a circle. But what else is going... They're probably gathering. They're probably gathering in like basements, and there's just nefarious plans being passed around in low light. I mean, you could just picture it in your head, right? Or maybe it's innocent. I don't know. Maybe they just like dressing up as Nazis and then doing activities together, outdoor activities. So maybe they get dressed up like Nazis and go kayaking. Maybe there's like Nazi hide and go seek, Nazi petting zoo expeditions. I don't know. Imagine being at a petting zoo and a bunch of Nazis show up. What would be crazy and amazing would be if you witnessed a group of 25 Nazis playing paintball. Wouldn't that be amazing? That actually might scare the crap out of me. I'll just say this. I'm lucky that I live in a country where this activity would be illegal for the most part. Because, I'm not ready to show up to pickleball and then now I'm partnered up with a dude with very high boots and a little mustache. And then I got to listen to him serve as a Nazi. Eins, zwei, eins. Doctors played musical bingo during surgery, and it led to a patient's death, according to a lawsuit. The lawsuit has been recently settled, but not after a shocking revelation that a particular surgeon and anesthesiologist played a musical bingo game during a routine eye surgery, allegedly leading to the death of a man from cardiac arrest who was on the operating table while the musical bingo was going on. The story is out of Colorado. The original surgery that was being done on the man was considered routine cataract procedure, about 4 million performed annually in the U.S. However, some notes obtained by investigators revealed that the staff noticed abnormal vital signs about 10 minutes into surgery. And sadly, by the time that the patient, Bart Reeder, was transformed to the Sky Ridge Medical Center, his death was imminent. An autopsy confirmed cardiac arrest as the cause of death. The investigation then revealed that the surgical team played a musical bingo game during the procedure. Dr. Stark Johnson, the surgeon, and Dr. Michael Urban, the anesthesiologist, admitted to playing music bingo, which involves listening to songs on a cell phone and making a board with song titles. Huh? During a surgery? This is what's going on? Who do these doctors think they are? You're not a roller coaster operator, all right? Someone's life is in your hands here. Yeah, come on now. You're not a crossing guard, all right? There's a life in your hands here, okay? Can't be playing bingo at the workplace. Now, playing music, probably okay. I recommend some lo-fi jazz hip-hop for surgeries. That'd probably be pretty good. It's what I use to do my writing and reading. I like a lo-fi jazz hip-hop, pretty good. No lyrics. I recommend no lyrics. That won't distract the surgeons. Yeah, lo-fi for surgery, probably okay. Certainly not be singing along to a musical bingo game. Now, it says here the wife of the victim learned from nurses in some depositions that it actually was not unusual for this particular surgical team to turn off the audible alarms during surgeries. Dr. Johnson blamed Dr. Urban for silencing the alarms without notifying anyone. Now, when they say alarms, I assume they mean all alarms, including the ones that are attached to the patient's vital signs, right? Why would you do that? Could someone turn off that long, extended beep? I mean, what is that? What is that? That's a flatline, Doc. Yeah. Well, shut it off, all right? We got this musical bingo going, and I'm on the clock. All right, what's the song? Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Oh, what's that? That's Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, right? I think I nailed that one. Yes, Doc, you got that right. The song was Staying Alive. Unfortunately, the patient is unable to stay alive. Oh, boy. Wow, isn't that inconvenient? Well, another one bites the dust. I love that song. Another one bites the dust. Another one. Who's up next? All right. Now, the article ends by saying one of the doctors, Dr. Urban, through an attorney, maintained that he stands by his care and treatment of Bart Reeder and disagrees with the surgeon's account of the events that transpired that day. Now, we weren't playing musical bingo, all right? It was Pictionary, okay? It was Pictionary, and I kick ass at Pictionary. I can multitask, or I can do a cataract surgery and also draw a doghouse. I could draw other things too. I'm not limited to dog houses. I'm also not limited to cataract surgery. All right. I can play games in other surgeries. All right. I just recently conducted open heart surgery while also playing Cards Against Humanity. What do you think of that? One time I was doing surgery, right? I was doing an operation on a patient. At the same time, I'm playing the game Operation on the Operation game board right next to it. So, I got my scalpel in two different beings. One is a live patient. The other one's that little plastic naked man. You know the one. A summer intern has been fired for allegedly biting coworkers. Turnover is expected at summer jobs, but one intern at this prestigious New York City law firm was let go recently for a very unusual reason. Insiders tell that a summer associate at Sidley Austin, which is the law firm, reportedly bit colleagues and roared at them during her first day on the job. Well, sounds like they hired a feral intern. All right, was an intern who hasn't had all their shots. Here's a tip for interns out there. Please hide that you're a vampire until after you get hired full-time. Don't you know? Now, here's some details. It says, according to the report, these bites were not in an aggressive, we're fighting kind of way, but rather a, quote, faux, quirky, manic, pixie dream girl crossed with the Donner Party vibe. I don't know where you get a quote like that. I mean, biting people that you met that same day is very far from quirky. I wouldn't call it quirky. It's a sociopath. It's psychopathy. There's some sort of mental and emotional disconnect here going on. And from a rational standpoint, failure to connect dots. Like, hey, if I bite people at my place of employment on the first day, my chances of getting hired really go down quite a bit as an intern. Well, I mean, and Gen Z wonders why they can't obtain gainful employment. Well, here you go. Probably, maybe not wear Crocs with your suit as well. That would help you maintain some employment. Do they not know how to tie laces? I think there's an entire generation that just can't tie the laces. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for them. They need help. They really need help. Okay, back to the report. There's some shocking information here because apparently it's claimed that this intern bit at least 10 people, ranging from other interns to a representative from human resources. You shouldn't bite someone in HR. Let's go. Here's a quote from one of the individuals that was present. It was such a repeated thing that the office mates started wearing long sleeve shirts to the office because she kept getting bit. Wait a minute. This went on for days? You didn't get rid of her after the day one of biting coworkers? What the heck is going on in office culture? I do not get it. Someone's biting the coworkers and they get to linger at the workplace. I was fired for making personal calls before. I mean, never mind biting someone. Imagine, hey, where do you want to go for lunch? That's where I want to go for lunch. Now, the article says that this prestigious law firm has not commented on the matter, but a source said that the intern only bit 5 employees instead of some of the more outlandish figures that are being spread online. Look, she only bit 5 people, all right? Let's not get crazy, all right? It's not 10, it's just 5. And only 2 of them caught hepatitis. It's not such a big deal as people are making it out to be. Have you heard of a second chance at the workplace? Second chances, all right? A coworker who provided photos of bite marks on someone's arm says she was biting people all summer and nobody was reporting it for some reason. The alleged insider claimed the woman bit summer associates, and an HR person, and that her office mate began wearing long sleeves to avoid getting bit. They also accused this associate of another faux pas of ordering a $2,000 bottle of wine at a dinner with the partners and associates. Wow, she's ordering expensive bottles of wine and biting people at a prestigious law firm and somehow lasted all summer. I think there's something more going on here. Is her uncle one of the partners in the place? Something nepotistic. Is that a word, nepotistic? Or I mean, maybe one of the partners enjoyed being bit. There's kinks out there, as I've covered many times on Weird AF News. It says here, in addition, as if the alleged biting and spending spree weren't enough, this insider at the firm went on to say that this woman was apparently a, quote, horse girl who says raw regularly, raw, R-A-W-R. I don't think that's a horse girl. Horses don't roar, do they? They don't roar. Horses neigh. They neigh, right? They do that, whatever you call that. It's more of a belching through your lips. Does that make sense? Yes. Of course it makes sense. All right, so she's roaring and biting around the office, and the shocking behavior was reportedly tolerated for a time due to the summer associate's otherwise personable demeanor. I mean, you got to be one charming intern to get away with roaring and biting. It says eventually the pattern became impossible to ignore. The summer associate was ultimately dismissed from the summer program, according to the law firm of Dewey, Bite 'em and Howe. Heyo.
I'm Chris Hadfield. I'm an astronaut, an author, a citizen of planet Earth. Join me for a 6-part journey into the systems that power the world. Real conversations with real people who are shaping the future of energy. No politics, no empty talk, just solutions-focused conversations on the challenges we must overcome and the possibilities that lie ahead. This is On Energy.
Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, what's up, y'all? How are you? This is your host, Jonesy, your handy-dandy, trusty, show up every day and do the job host. Show up to the closet and stick the microphone in my mouth and go, 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 go. Weird news delivered right to your eardrums, your earlobes, wherever. Or just maybe it's bouncing around the eaves of your log cabin because you listen on a smart speaker. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe you're rich. If you are rich and you want to support the show, I would appreciate that. Maybe you want to become a patron of the arts. It's very easy to do so. Go to weirdafnews.com. Click on the Patreon banner. Or go to patreon.com/weirdafnews. You could support the show. Alas, maybe you don't have extra cashola right now. You don't have gold under your mattress because times are tough. Then you can help out by leaving a review of the podcast. How about that? That's pretty cool. You can do so on Amazon or iTunes, also known as Apple Podcasts, and I'm sure there's some other places. You can open the window and just scream out your window that Weird AF News is the bomb. You could do that too. Actually, I don't recommend you yelling bomb outside your window very loudly. That could result in an inspection that you're not going to want to be a part of. Tell a friend, though. Tell a friend, and make sure you subscribe. If you want to reach me, my email is funnyjones@gmail.com, and I'm also on Instagram @funnyjones as well. Appreciate you. Have a great day, and good luck with your life, man.